I'm Jackie Balliot, and I am an osteosarcoma survivor.
And what is osteosarcoma?
It's a type of bone cancer mainly found in adolescents, like 15, 16-year-olds, usually in the leg or the arm.
And how did you find out you had cancer?
Well, I'd been having really bad pain in my leg, and they thought it was a cheerleading injury at first. They thought I was growing pains, and then eventually it just got so bad I went to the doctor, and then he sent me straight for an MRI.
Wow. It started off just with a blow, just a major blow, but right after that we just knew we had to do whatever it took to get her well. So we just went into mission mode and immediately left the doctor's office, came here, packed, got on the road that night. And we were at Duke the next day, and just surrounded by a wonderful team who told us everything what to expect. And
from there, I had a bunch of testing. Right when I got there, I had blood tests, more scans, and then I had a biopsy a couple days later that confirmed that it was osteosarcoma. In many ways, I had to go to homeschool. I wasn't allowed to see my friends much because I was always sick and just couldn't be around people. I was always in the hospital. I missed out on half of my sophomore year and my junior year, so I missed out on a lot, but it changed me a lot too.
And you lost your hair.
Yes, that was interesting.
How's it feel having hair now?
Oh, it's so awesome. I love it. Being able to put it up in a ponytail, oh, it's the best. My surgery was about 2 years ago. They had to replace my knee and part of about 3/4 of my femur. So this is all metal in here. So there's a big scar. It's like 12 inches long. So I had a limb salvage surgery, and they kind of put in a internal prosthesis. So from here, my knee is metal, and then I have a metal rod that goes to about right here. So about 3/4 of my femur has metal in the middle of it.
And how long did that take to heal? And
I was on crutches for a few months, and then I had physical therapy for a couple months after that. It healed faster than I expected it to, but the hardest part was just building the strength back up. Stronger because they had to cut out the muscle also, so there was absolutely no muscle in this leg. Like I couldn't control it at all after the surgery, so just getting like the muscle built back up to match the other leg, it was so hard.
So how did your schoolmates react?
They didn't really know how to react because they didn't really know what to say to me. I didn't expect them to know what to say to me, but they were very supportive. They came in and visited me in the hospital, and they did a bunch of fundraisers for me. It was really nice.
Now do you have to go for checkups?
Yes. At first, I went every 3 months for scans, but then after I passed like the 1 year mark, now I'm going every 6 months.
And they've been clear?
Yes, all scans are clear.
Very good. Are you going to do the Relay for Life walk?
Yes, I am.
The last time I saw you at that, you were in a wheelchair.
Oh, yeah.
You had no hair, and you're feeling a bit better now.
Yes, definitely. That was right after my surgery, so it's feeling very rough.
All right. Tell me what it was like when your sister had cancer.
It was hard, I guess. It just kind of, it was just there.
Were you worried about her?
Yeah.
And did you go visit her in the hospital? What was that like?
It was eye-opening to see like how many people were there, like that had to go through the same thing.
But we just were on a mission to get her well, and that was the only thing that drove us, I think, at the time. You know, just
didn't really have time to think about it. It's just you just had to react. You know, there was really no time to dwell. You just had to say, okay, here's what we need to do. And the doctor said you need to take her to Duke, and they'd contacted everybody, and off we went. And then then the treatments, we really didn't know what to expect, you know. That was the thing, you just had no idea what was coming. And the treatments and everything were probably a little more harsh than what people would expect, you know, and the subsequent hospital visits. And we were on alert for a year. I mean, pretty much hyper mode, you know, waiting, because blood counts would drop and you'd have to be just on edge because anything could happen at any time. So you're just like this. And we took a flight one time, ended up on the tarmac in Raleigh. I never forget that. And they couldn't get a helicopter, so they found some old plane to take us from Asheville to Raleigh and dropped us on the runway. And there was just some very weird experiences. I mean, it's just harrowing, you know.
And talk about the community outreach and what people sort of did to help you guys.
There was fundraiser after fundraiser after fundraiser. Church after church after church would donate things. People would come up to me in parking lots and hand me money. People would see me in the grocery store and come and pay my bill. Gas cards, meal cards.
Yeah, mail. People would just send checks in the mail. Random people that, I mean, we didn't really even know.
Yes.
And then I was out of work pretty much for the whole year because somebody had to be here to help her, you know, as far as, so one income, you know, we lost the whole income for a year. So it places difficulties on, there's no doubt about that.
So you guys went on an adventure, I understand.
Yeah, we, Jackie was feeling a little down, and so I was like, let's go for a ride. And so we just were driving around and on the road towards Waynesville. I saw Blanton's Branch, and I thought, oh, I think that actually curves back around towards our house. So we took Blanton's Branch, and I remember there used to be an old road cut in there, and I wasn't thinking it would be a rocky trail or remnants of, but it was. And we, after about the fourth or fifth stream that we crossed, I decided we better turn around because there were big boulders and no tracks whatsoever for any car. It had grown up a lot. So
Do you remember that, Jackie?
Yeah, I forgot about it, but now I remember it.
Was it a good breakaway from the everyday?
No, it was supposed to be. But it was terrifying. I actually had to spend my 16th birthday at Mission Hospital, and it wasn't even a planned chemo or anything. I just had a fever, had to spend the day in the hospital, and my parents had already planned a whole big surprise birthday party for me here at the pool. All my friends were gonna go, and then I was in the hospital and it had to get canceled. And then I was so upset the whole day. I was like, this is the worst birthday ever. And then that night, my friends had a surprise party for me in the hospital, so that was awesome.